Hi, good morning everybody. It's Danielle here from Naturally at the Wren's Nest. Hope you're all well on this beautiful May morning. The sun is shining here in the Midlands. It's very breezy this morning and a little bit of chill in the air, but the sun is shining, a glorious day. Hope you're all well and keeping safe wherever you are. So I'm jumping on this morning to talk to you about how to make a simple balm. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I talked you through the steps of making your own dandelion infused oil. So we picked our dandelions and we dried them and we put them in the oil and we set them in a lovely sunny window. And your dandelions, if you did it then, should be about ready now. So here's my big jar of dandelion oil. Glorious colour, and when that is sat in a sunny window, oh my god, the sun shines through it and reflects on the wall and it's just beautiful. So obviously I use a lot of it and I will be using a lot of it. You probably have smaller jars, I would imagine, at home in your house, but they're probably ready now. If they've been sat in a sunny window for at least 2 weeks, they'll be good to go. And you'll know by the colour of them, because we used organic sunflower oil as our base, which is a very pale, almost clear coloured oil, and you can see the oil taking on the colour of the dandelion, so you'll know that the infusing is happening. So that's from about, when was that, the 10th of April, so you know, a good few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So that's one jar. I had another smaller jar as well, which I have already strained, and that's in my bottle there. So that's the oil I'm using today. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to take that infused oil and turn it into a very simple balm. Now, having said that, you don't have to make a balm out of your oil. You can use your dandelion infused oil directly on your skin. It is a gorgeous body oil to rub into your skin. Dandelions are amazing flowers and they are packed full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, so really good for the skin, and also very good for aches and pains. A lot of people find they get great relief from the pain of rheumatism and arthritis by using a dandelion infused oil, because there's lots of anti-inflammatories in there, so it really helps with those kind of pains and aches, and even just sore muscles, achy muscles. This time of the year with the weather so good, a lot of people are in the garden, so if, like myself this morning, the old hips and the lower back are a bit stiff this morning from all the digging yesterday, that is a really good oil to rub directly onto your skin. But for today's purposes, I am going to show you how to turn that oil into a really simple balm. And you just need one ingredient, and that is beeswax. Now, let me just hold on one sec till I turn down the oven or the cooker. It's boiling away on me here. So beeswax, before you freak out and go, what, beeswax, where am I going to find beeswax? Don't worry, it's pretty easy to get beeswax. All the health food shops stock it now. I'm not sure if the health food shops are open at the minute, but if you have a good chemist in your area, you will often get a bar of beeswax in your local chemist. Obviously I use it in my business, so I always have it in stock, and I buy it in pellet form. So this is my beeswax pellets, so they come like this. If you have a beekeeper near you, maybe they have beeswax, you could check with them too. But very easy to get online. There are a couple of companies, well, there's lots of companies that sell it, but there's an Irish company called Balm that are in Wicklow, and you can order from them and you'll probably have it the following day, if not the day after. So very easy to get beeswax pellets, and if you have beeswax pellets or beeswax, you can turn any oil into a balm. Simple. It's a really simple process, and I'm going to show you how this morning. So that's all you need. You need your infused oil, in this case our dandelion infused oil, and you need beeswax. Now, you can, of course, if you want, you can add essential oils into your balm when you're making it too, but you don't have to. The dandelion and the beeswax by themselves are going to make an incredible balm. You don't need to put anything into it. I have a little bit of lavender and tea tree here this morning, so I'm going to add a few drops of those into the balm this morning, but it's not necessary. Your dandelion infused oil and your beeswax will make a glorious balm by themselves. So what I'm going to do too is I'm going to flick around the camera and show you what I am at here. Okay, so I have my, that's going a little bit too fast for my liking, it's bubbling up. So I have my glass jug, I have a little jam jar lid on the bottom, so it's not sitting directly on the pan. In here I have my dandelion oil and my beeswax. Now the beeswax has literally just finished melting, so I can take that out of there. leave that to one side, turn that off. So in here I put 100 mils of dandelion oil. Now, if you have more than that, you can work out the ingredients to as you go along. But just to make it simple, 100 mils of dandelion oil, and I put in 30 grams of beeswax. So about a third, okay? In there, into that pot, put it on a low simmer, and it takes a little while for the beeswax to melt, but it will melt, and you're left with that lovely clear golden liquid. So you take that off the heat. Now beeswax will usually make things set pretty quickly, so have all your bits and pieces ready here. I have my jar and my tin that I'm going to pop it into. You can use anything. I have these recycled tins. This is an old jam jar, I imagine, or something like that, but you can use anything, whatever you have. The beeswax is there, the oil, so get all that stuff ready before you start, because as soon as you take this off the heat, you will see that the beeswax is it's starting to set on the spoon already. Do you see it there? So what I want to do is I want to put in my essential oils. So I'm using some lavender and tea tree today. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops of lavender. And I'm going to grab my tea tree, and I'm going to put 10 drops of tea tree. Now, like I said to you, you do not have to panic about having tea tree or lavender essential oil or any essential oil. It is not necessary to make your balm. The dandelion infused oil and the beeswax will make a glorious balm themselves. Okay, so you put that in. That is it. And you straight away into your jar or your tin, whatever you have. If you've got old lip balm tins, or if you've got little small, you know, those little mini jam, look at this, you know, these little mini jam jars. Wouldn't they be gorgeous to do a little balm for a friend in one of those? Anything at all you have. Like, I've all sorts of things hanging around here in the kitchen. Look at this old herb, or it's for dried spices, but wouldn't that be lovely with some balm in it to give as a present to somebody? You can use anything at all. I just happen to have, do you see the way it's starting to set up already? And then the rest of it I will put in this tin here. And I'd say I should just about cover it. There's a little bit left, so I can fill that one right up. Now, a tip. If you are using beeswax to make anything, what you want to do fairly quickly while it's still wet is you want to take your kitchen towel and you want to just wipe the inside of your jug or your pot or whatever it is you're using, because when the beeswax hardens, it makes it quite difficult to clean your pot. So just taking off the worst of it there. I'll leave that there to be washed afterwards. So what you've got here is you have your little jar and your little tin with your dandelion infused oil and your beeswax and a couple of drops of lavender and tea tree essential oil, and that is it. That is how simple it is to make a balm. Let me just flick the camera around here so I can talk to you. That's it. It's literally that simple. You need your oil, you need your beeswax, you need heat, and that's it. And a little something to pop it into. Little jar, you can see it's starting to set already. Within an hour that will be set. Now, a couple of tips for you. If when that sets, you find that it's not a consistency that you like, maybe it's not hard enough, maybe it's a bit too soft, or maybe it's too hard and you'd prefer it a little bit softer, you just adjust the amount of beeswax that you're putting in. So if it's too hard, you put a little bit less. If it's too soft, you put a little bit more. Just play around with it. Make a little small batch first, maybe just like even 50 mils of your dandelion oil. I used 100 today, but even just 50 mils. And play around with it. You can also add other stuff. I'm not going to get too complicated, but just if you fancy trying it, you could add things when you're melting your beeswax in your dandelion oil in the pot. You could add a little bit of coconut oil. You could add a little bit of cocoa butter or shea butter if you happen to have it around the house. You can put lots of different things in there. But for a simple, really effective balm, you just need your dandelion infused oil and your beeswax. And as I said, by adding the lavender and the tea tree, you're giving it extra properties, extra healing properties. Lavender and tea tree are fantastic essential oils for soothing and healing the skin when it's cut or scraped. But without those, you still have a gorgeous balm. Super simple. So all those jars of dandelion infused oil that are sitting on windows around the country, I've seen them because you sent me your pictures. That's your job. If you don't have beeswax to hand, which I know and appreciate most of you won't, but it is very simple to order, it is not expensive. I will put the link at the bottom here for the website that I get mine from, or that you can order from in Ireland, that will get them to you really quickly. So I'll put that in the link below, or in the comments below, but that's all you need. And tag me, post your pictures on Instagram or Facebook and tag Naturally at the Wren's Nest so I can see all your creations. I would love to see what you're doing. Oh, there's lots of people in, sorry, I'm just going to have a quick look and make sure nobody is asking me any questions. And would love to try this. What oil do you use? Okay, and so if you have a look back on some of my previous posts, you will see that I talked about making a dandelion infused oil. So it is dandelions infused in an organic sunflower oil. So that is the oil that I use for the base today. But you could make that recipe with a really simple olive oil. You could do olive oil and beeswax and you make a balm. But the reason we're using the dandelion infused oil is because the dandelions have lots of really great properties for the skin. So I will put the links below and underneath in the comments for the previous videos I did, and take a look at them. There are tons of dandelions out there at the moment. Really simple to make an infused oil, and then you can use that to make your balm. Okay, I don't want to go on too much today, folks. I don't want to have the video too long. So hope that was very simple and straightforward to you, and I will be watching eagerly to see your videos and your pictures of all your balms. Okay, chat to you all soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.